Today we will learn to make the subject and predicate of a sentence agree. That word agree that I just circled right there means that we will make sure the subject and predicate match each other. Remember that the subject of a sentence tells whom or what the sentence is about, and the predicate tells what happens. Listen to this sentence. It reads, "A lion roars loudly." What is the noun in this sentence? Did you say lion? Yes, you're right. What is the verb? Yes, roars. Now listen to the next sentence. This one reads, "Two lions roar loudly." What is the noun in this sentence? Yes, lions. And what is the verb? Right, the verb is roar. Now I want you to look at the nouns in these two sentences. Which one of these nouns is plural or tells about more than one? Lion or lions? Yes, this word lions tells more than one, and we know that because it ends with an S. Now I want you to look at these two verbs in the sentence. How is the verb in the second sentence different from the verb in the first sentence? Take a close look. Yes, the verb in the second sentence does not end with an S. It just says roar. This is because the verb must match or agree in number with the noun it tells about. When the subject of a sentence tells about one person, one place, one thing, or one animal, you add an S to the end of the action verb. When the subject tells about more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing, or more than one animal, or if the subject is the word I or you, we do not add an S to the end of the action verb. If I take a look at that first sentence again, it reads, "A lion roars loudly." Because it's only one lion, I needed to add an S to the end of roars. But my next sentence read, "Two lions roar loudly." Because there were two lions, more than one, I did not add an S to the end of our action verb, roar. This is some new learning. Nice job. Now we're going to practice. Remember, if the subject of the sentence tells about one person or one place, one thing, or one animal, we have to remember to add an S to the end of the action verb, okay? But if the subject of your sentence tells about more than one person, more than one place, more than one thing, more than one animal, or if the subject is the word I or you, we are not going to add S to the end of the action verb. Now, this could be really tricky, so we're going to need to practice. So let's do that now. Listen to our first sentence. It reads, "The monkeys hide in the tree." What is the noun in the subject of this sentence? Go ahead and think. Did you say monkeys? Yes, that's the noun. Does monkeys tell about one, or does it tell about more than one? Yes, it tells about more than one. I know that because there's an S at the end. There's more than one monkey because it says monkeys. Alrighty. Which word tells what the monkeys do? Go ahead and think. Yes, hide. Since there is more than one monkey, we do not add an S to the end of our action verb. Remember, it said monkeys. That's more than one, so I do not add an S to the end of this sentence. I'm sorry, the end of this action verb. So here's my question to you. What would need to happen to this sentence if we change the word monkeys to now say monkey? Go ahead and think. Well, now, since there's only one monkey, only one, that means we need to add an S to the end of the action verb. So what's going to change in this sentence? Go ahead and think. Did you say that I would add an S to the end of the action verb hide to now say hides? Correct. Now my sentence reads, the monkey hides in the tree. Only one, so I added an S to the end of the action verb. Nice work. Okay, listen to the next sentence. It reads, the hippos sit in the mud. What is the noun in the subject of this sentence? Go ahead and think. Yes, hippos. Does hippos tell about one, or does it tell about more than one? It tells about more than one. I know that because there's an S at the end. There are more than one hippos here, okay? Because it says hippos. So, since there is more than one, I do not add an S to the end of the action verb. You can see that here. It reads, the hippos sit in the mud. I did not add an S to the end because there are more than one. But what would happen to my sentence if I changed this word hippos to now read hippo? Something needs to change. I want you to think, what am I going to do? I hope you said that I'm going to add an S to the end of the action verb sit to now make it say sits. Since there is only one hippo, I need to add an S to the end. Now the sentence reads, the hippo sits in the mud. Go ahead and read it with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The hippo sits in the mud. My subject and my verb agree. They match. Nice job. All right, you are becoming experts. Let's practice another one. The sentence reads, the zebras stand in the grass. What is the noun in the subject of this sentence? Yes, the noun is zebras. Does zebras tell about one, or does zebras tell about more than one? Yes, it tells about more than one. I know that because there's an S at the end. This is a plural noun. There are more than one. Since there is more than one, take a look at my action verb. I do not have an S at the end of the action verb stand because there is more than one zebra. So my sentence agrees. My noun and my verb agree. It says the zebras stand in the grass. I think you know what I'm going to do. What happens if I change my sentence and go from more than one zebra to only one zebra? The zebra. What's going to need to happen to my action verb? There's only one zebra. Go ahead and think. I hope you were thinking that I was going to add an S to the end of the action verb stand to now say stands. Read the sentence with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The zebra stands in the grass. One zebra stands. My subject and verb agree. Do you remember a few lessons ago when we learned about linking verbs? A few of the linking verbs we learned about were linking verbs like is, was, am, are, and were. Now, if you are writing a sentence and the subject of your sentence is singular, meaning there's only one person, only one place, only one thing, or only one animal, and you're using a linking verb, then these three linking verbs here, is, was, and am, those are going to be the linking verbs that you can choose from. Okay, so again, if your subject tells about only one, you're either going to use is, was, or am. But if your subject tells about more than one, then your choices for linking verbs are always going to be either are or were. Okay, so let that sink in for a second, and then we're going to practice. Listen to the sentence. Our sentence reads, "The large rock is gray." In this sentence, I have a singular noun, rock. There's only one. There's not an S at the end of this noun. Because there's only one, I'm going to use the linking verb is. But if I were to change this sentence from having more than one rock, and I'm going to change it to say rocks, then I need to change my linking verb. I'm going to change my linking verb to the verb are, because there's more than one. Now my sentence reads, "The large rocks are gray." Read it with me. 1, 2, 3. The large rocks are gray. There's more than one, so I use the linking verb are. Nice job. Okay, let's keep practicing. Remember, only one uses the linking verbs is, was, or am. More than one, we're going to either use are or were. Let's listen to the sentence. It reads, "The snake was on the rock." Since there is only one snake, I'm going to use the linking verb was. Snake and was, only one, so I'm going to use was. If I changed my sentence to now say the snakes, and I turn this into a plural noun, I need to change my verb so that it agrees. Since there's more than one, my verb is going to change to were. Now it reads, "The snakes were on the rock." Read it with me. 1, 2, 3. The snakes were on the rock. Nice job. Okay, here's our last sentence to practice. Our sentence reads, "I am afraid of snakes." Because I is singular, it's only talking about one person, I need to use the linking verb am. But if I want to change I to plural, meaning more than one, I can change it to the word we. We is a collective. It means a group of people. So because it's more than one, I need to change this linking verb from am to are. Now my sentence reads, "We are afraid of snakes." Read it with me. 1, 2, 3. We are afraid of snakes. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to practice some more. The two verbs read live and lives. And the first sentence reads this: "Giraffes blank in Africa." What is the noun in the subject? Yes, giraffes. Does it tell about one or does it tell about more than one? It tells about more than one. I know that because there's an S at the end. There's more than one giraffe. Which of these verbs goes with a subject that tells about more than one? Did you say live? Nice job. The sentence now reads, "Giraffes live in Africa." There's more than one, so I do not add an S to the end of the action verb. Let's take a look at our second example. Now we're working with some linking verbs. We have is and we have are. The sentence reads, "A giraffe's neck blank very long." What's the subject of this sentence? Yeah, the giraffe's neck. Exactly. Does it tell about one or does it tell about more than one? Yes, it only tells about one giraffe's neck, okay? So which verb am I going to use? Go ahead and think. Did you say is? Nice job. A giraffe's neck is very long. Since it's only one giraffe, I need to use the linking verb is. Okay, we have one more example. Our two verbs are reach and reaches. The sentence reads, the giraffe blank for leaves in the tree. Go ahead and think. Which verb am I going to use? Reach or reaches, and why? I hope you said reaches. And I hope you said the reason why is because we're only talking about one giraffe. The giraffe reaches for the leaves in the trees. Because there's only one, I use the word reaches. Nice work. That was a lot of new learning today. For your assignment, you are going to work on page 47 in your Being a Writer language skill practice book. Remember, if you don't have this book at home, you can copy these sentences on a piece of paper, or if your teacher gave you a different assignment for today, you can complete that assignment.